We are live on Twitch, on YouTube, and we are going to play some NES classics. Should be a lot of fun here. So one of the things I want to do on this stream is I want to try to play as many of the original NES games as possible. And we're going to do a sampling of them tonight here. I'm getting set up here. I just went ahead and shared the information on my Facebook. Hopefully you guys are following along at the VideO'Mealy Gaming Emporium. You can like me on Facebook and watch all of my streams right from there. Just so I don't get any bad feedback here, I'm going to throw on my headphones. And I'm going to turn the volume down on my end of the computer so nobody blows my eardrums out. If any of you guys are on Discord, I'm hanging out in the general chat. You guys can come hang out with me while I stream and see what all the fuss is about. So I have a list up here. You guys can't see this, obviously, because I have it up on my computer. But it's the list of all of the original NES games. Now, on October 18th, 1985, we got our first wave of NES titles. And there were quite a few of them, actually. But I'm actually going to go in the order they were released initially, which means we're going all the way back to July 15th, 1983 in Japan for the Famicom. So this is actually over 2 years prior. And the very, very first game we're going to play is the original classic Donkey Kong.
The Family Computer Entertainment System?
That's right. And the voice you guys are hearing is my podcast co-host, Dan Peck.
Life's just a blast. It's moving really fast. Better stay on top of life to kick you in the ass.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So, in prepping to open up the game, I actually wrote Dan instead of Don to start bringing up. So I'm actually going to look up Donkey Kong because you distracted me.
Donkey Kong.
Do a little Donkey Kong over here. Oh my god. We're off to a great start.
That's one of the Princess Zorldo.
I know.
Donkey Kong, Sonic.
So really quickly, I just want to make mention, Restream has me streaming to YouTube and to Twitch as well. I cannot do this to my Facebook page, sadly, because that requires payments. And I have the free plan. So I could do it to my profile, but then that defeats the purpose of making the page. So I went ahead and linked it on the page, and hopefully you guys will see that. You can hang out. There it is, Dan, Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do.
That's so classic. I love that.
Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do.
So,
And
yeah.
then the new Donkey Kong shows up with a more hip-hop beat and a boombox. And a JVC kaboombox.
Seriously, yeah.
The JVC kaboombox brings you your WWE Slam of the Week.
It's such a nice, simple arcade game, but it's so much fun. You just have to pick your spots, that's all. And then eventually you make it to the top.
You're playing as the Jumpman,
Yes!
who was a carpenter.
He was indeed a carpenter. He didn't become an Italian plumber till later. I just got an umbrella.
Named the Jumpman.
The Jumpman.
This was originally
That
supposed to
sounds-
be a Popeye tie-in game
It was, yes.
where you would be Popeye rescuing Olive Oil from Bluto.
Which would have been
what?
Donkey Kong.
Yeah, Bluto would have been Donkey Kong. Popeye would have been Jumpman. And Olive Oil would have been...
Should I get the purse or beat the level? Let's see if we can get the purse. Gotta be fast, because you gotta avoid the little springy deals.
And it would be Olive Oil instead of Paulina. But I think Paulina's doing pretty good for herself. I mean...
She's the mayor of New Donk City.
Yeah, while Mario moved on to a different princess in a different realm, she became mayor of New Donk City, so...
She is doing very well. Good for her.
And she's like the lead singer of a big swing band? Like, come on.
Have you played Mario Odyssey? That game is amazing.
No.
It's
I don't
so
have-
much fun.
I don't have a Switch.
Your sister's in the Switch Club.
Yeah, she's got a Switch when she moved away. I only ever got to play it like once when she was here still. So.
You know, if you actually fall down a pit in this game, you're dead. There's no... This game is all about fall damage.
Just like real life.
Gotta love that classic fall damage, yeah. This game is just fun. It's simple. It's only got the 3 levels, right? And you just repeat. But it's a simple...
Kill screen coming up.
The kill screen?
Hey, everybody, there's a Donkey Kong kill screen coming up.
Well, since I've already technically beaten the game, I'll go ahead and grab the hammer so we can just have a little fun with this.
If anybody's seen the King of Kong documentary movie.
And when you die, you get a halo.
Oh, because you're an angel in heaven.
Because you're dead.
So I remember a game for it's like a Master System called Gangster Town. It was a light gun game, and you would shoot gangsters.
Oh yeah?
And when they would die, when you would shoot them as a gangster, they would turn into an angel and start moving up the screen, but if you shot them again, they'd go down to hell.
Oh, that's kind of vicious. So best I can tell, the only thing that changes is the game just repeats and you get more barrels. I'm almost positive.
Yeah, I imagine it's a little bit more difficult.
Yeah.
Things move a little bit faster. There's more obstacles.
Sounds about right. But it's a classic arcade game. You know what I always think about when I think of Donkey Kong? I think of the line from Billy Madison. Mortal Kombat on Sega Genesis is the greatest video game ever made. Oh, I disagree. It's a very good game, but I think Donkey Kong's the best game ever made. Donkey Kong sucks. You know what? You suck. All these classic arcade games are all about finding patterns and just picking your spots.
Yep.
Now, I have beaten Donkey Kong Jr., but every time I've picked it up in recent memory, I have just been awful at it. So today will probably be no exception. We're going to check that out when we're done with
Donkey Kong Jr. is a very different game.
It is. It's hard. That spring is definitely moving faster. I imagine there'll be more little flame guys here to mess with me. So yes, the 3 games we're going to start off with here are Donkey Kong, Donkey Kong Jr., and then the aforementioned Popeye game. So that's the, it's actually a different Popeye game, yes. But I thought that would be the most appropriate way to start off the idea behind this stream, to do an NES challenge and try to play everything. Is you start from the beginning.
Popeye.
Oh, no, I fell! Well, I guess that's what happened if you fall through 4 stories of steel grates, right? You're dead?
Yeah.
And then you die. So another classic video game trope or issue or whatever you want to call it is when you start doing stuff on repeat for a while, you're going to start making a lot of errors. This is something that I learned when I was playing Tetris, because I love me some Tetris. But when you get up to the really, really high levels and you're really going, you start messing up bad because you've been doing the same thing for so long. And it just takes that one mistake and that's it. Game over. There's a lot of flames going on here. I'm playing Dodge the Flames. I should have jumped that so I could have gotten the umbrella. So there we go. And then you're reunited with your lost love. How sweet.
And then you dump her ass.
When a better princess comes along.
When a princess named Peach Toadstool.
That is her name, right? Peach Toadstool?
I mean, it was the weirdest thing. They decided, like, at Mario 3 to give everybody full names.
Well, because she was always Princess Toadstool in all of the old games.
She was Toadstool, and he was King Koopa, and then all of a sudden his name is Bowser and her name is Peach, and you're just like, what?
I remember that, because she sends you the letter in Mario 64. Come to the castle, I've baked a cake. And it's like, signed Princess Toadstool, Peach. And I was like, what? And then that's all she's been referred to ever since then. In fact, if you go back and you look at Mario RPG, she's only called Toadstool. She's not even called Princess, it's just Toadstool. Like, oh, your party members leveled up, it's Toadstool. So that is kind of weird when you go back and look at that stuff.
It was like when they changed Robotnik to Eggman.
Yeah, that was a weird change too, wasn't it?
That was because in Japan he was always translated to Eggman.
So they just went with it?
They just at one point decided to be universal with it.
Well, you're an Eggman now.
Cuckoo, cuckoo!
You're a wizard, Harry.
You know, he was originally supposed to be called Puckman.
Oh, jeez. Puckman? Yeah, that wouldn't have gotten memed to death.
That was why they changed it to Pac-Man. Because they knew American kids would scratch off the cabinets, so it said Fuckman.
I mean, they're not wrong.
And for once, a mega corporation was correct.
Oof.
American kids totally would have scratched off.
Yeah, they would have. 100%. Okay, so that's the OG Donkey Kong. Let's load up Junior. So we're gonna. So let me load up some Donkey Kong Junior here.
Donkey Kong had been around in arcades long enough that its sequel was also a launch title for the console.
Right. Now the trick with this is to do the two vines you move faster, but you have to avoid the little gators. Also, how many games is Mario the villain in? Right?
Oh yeah, he's like outright the villain in this one, isn't he?
Yep. You can't. That's right. You can't jump from thing to thing. You have to. I actually have to go down and platform it. This is also kind of why I always found this game to be a lot harder, because some of the controls are very counterintuitive to what you think you want to do, because you just played a bunch of Donkey Kong. Like, I kind of have to do this, and do this.
Play all the Assassin's Creed in order, and there's the one that was made by a different company, and they changed like some of the controls. And you're like, why am I hitting the left stick in for something I used to just hit Y for? What's going on?
Things don't make sense. So it looks like the blue ones will always drop down a vine. And maybe? I'm gonna have to just jump over blue guy here. There we go. It's actually a lot harder than it looks. And then I always remembered hating this stage. This is a very hard stage.
You know what the hardest part of that stage is?
Dodging bird poo? Well, first of all, I got a platform above my head, and I need them to sync up so I can even jump in the first place. Oh good, the bird poo dissipated. Now you have to, like, grab the thing. Oh, I missed the platform. Dude, he's, like, completely loses it when he dies, too. Look at that. Like, he really goes nuts when he dies. So what was the original release year for these games? Like, in the arcade, I'm talking about.
Oh, man.
Because if this is 83, right? Let's see what a game B is. I didn't even do that for the other Donkey Kong. I just kind of did a thing.
Donkey Kong was back to 81.
Dang.
Before even I was born. Junior comes out in 82.
So B game is harder because there's like no opportunity to dodge the little blue guys coming down. So I guess that was the only real difference with A and B games back then. Was that one was more difficult? Because what else? Honestly, what else can you really do with it for such a classic arcade game?
So if Donkey Kong, the original Donkey Kong is Cranky Kong by country, is Donkey Kong Jr.?
Yes, I believe that's actually, people have said that before, that like the original DK is actually the current Donkey Kong's father or grandfather or something like that, and then somebody else figured out it was Cranky.
The original DK was Cranky.
I think that's officially canon too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Which makes sense because he's playing the original music at the beginning, and then the other one comes in and does the updated hip hop.
DK, Donkey Kong. By the way, that DK rap is actually pretty freaking good. I'm kind of stuck up here. What am I supposed to do? There's skaters everywhere. Pick your
capture Donkey Kong Jr. is what you gotta do.
I know. Ah, red one came back up and got me. The only bad thing about some of these classic arcade games is that some of the controls are very difficult because you get stuck on stuff. And it's just a product of its time. That's all it is. All right, let's do Popeye. Let's play some Popeye.
Smashing at your video.
Boy, this title looks awfully familiar. But I gotta give them credit that digitalized Popeye theme's pretty good.
This game came out a month before I was born.
This is the demo right now, so I'm just seeing what you gotta do here.
Arcade version, November 18th, 1982. In North America. In Japan, it was in December, and in the EU, it was just late that year. They don't.
Looks like you collect the spinach, and then you.
Because I eat me spinach.
I think I figured it out. Okay. Oh, you can't do the... Oh, that's the way to go through is over here.
By the way, Popeye the Sailor dates back to 1929 in Pinball Theater.
I guess I still have to punch him out. I guess I have to do both things? Well, I have a punch, which is nice. I can tell you what I don't have, and that's my spinach.
Well, you gotta have spinach.
I need me spinach. Oh, I ran out of time. Okay, so I think I kind of get it here. He's gonna start running away from me, and then I have to knock him out.
I'm strong to the finish, because I eat me spinach.
Apparently, I didn't even have to punch him. And I guess I'm collecting hearts, too? Oh, yeah. There's a little heart thing up there.
The heart is actually your ammo.
Oh, is it?
I don't know. It's just the dumbest thing in Castlevania that your heart was your ammo. Hearts were your ammo for a while there.
Because in every other video game, hearts are life, but in Castlevania, hearts are ammo, and life is pork chop.
Well, I mean, you always have your,
You always have, yeah.
The wall turkey.
Yeah.
Wall turkey through many games. It's a pot roast in the wall. It's been there for how long?
Ugh, and then you just eat it? Like, why? Oh, that's what's his name? What's that character's name?
What's what character's name?
Oh, at least Popeye has fall damage. That's fine. The baby character from Popeye. He has a name. I don't know what it is. Oh, this Alky's throwing freaking whiskey bottles at me. I don't know how I feel about this, Bluto. This is actually pretty fun, though. It's... Once you figure out what you're doing...
It's a sweepy. Not sweet pea, sweepy. SWEE, comma, PEA.
So it's really... This is really just a fetch quest, is what this is.
Oh, yeah.
It's, hey, I'm singing, and you need to collect all the friggin' notes. And Bluto's gonna try to stop you. I don't know if you listen to any of Jim Cornette's modern podcasts, but he refers to Miro as Bluto, and he calls Penelope Ford Penelope Pitstop. I don't know. Stuff like that amuses me. Okay, so we got an evil bird here. It's the help, right? That's what I'm going for, is the H-E-L-P. That's my guess. We're actually on the ship, too. Is this...
I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today.
Birdie got me. Is this the first... Yeah, this has to be. This is the first license-based anything on the NES. Because it's not like, Donkey Kong was licensed from an intellectual property.
No, they just had to fight a lawsuit.
Yeah, exactly.
J. Wellington Wimpy.
These old arcade games kind of get a little annoying after a while when you realize you cannot jump, and you're kind of screwed in that respect. Like, right there, I was screwed. The bird was either going to get me or Bluto was going to get me. But that's actually a pretty fun little arcade-style platformer. It really is. Okay, so we played 3 games already. Let's reference the list. The next game would be the OG Mario Brothers. We did all 3 July 15th, 1983 titles. In North America, Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr. were launch titles. Oh, no, they weren't. They actually came out June 6, 1986. They didn't launch in North America. And Popeye came out with those, along with Mario Brothers. So none of the North American launch titles were actually the original launch titles for Japan. I find that kind of interesting. All right, so this is not Super Mario Brothers. This is Mario Brothers, the arcade game. This is when he actually became Mario. And remember this music? This is not the Mario music everybody's used to. By the way, if anybody is watching this, let me know how the volume is doing on the stream itself. I want to make sure I'm not blowing anybody's eardrums out. It sounds loud in my headphones, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it is. Now, one thing I remember about this game is you have to actually be positioning yourself to jump to get the momentum up. Otherwise, you just kind of do what I'm doing, and that's just jump around like a fool. Kind of want that coin. Apparently, I can't get it because it's in between 2 turtles. And there's the Bubble Bobble rule, right? The last enemy turns into a different color and is super fast. There we go. Taking out turtles. So now Mario's actually in the plumbing business. What can you tell us about this game, Dan? You are the historian. It stinks. Okay, Jay Sherman. It is helpful to remember that you can run back and forth on the screen. That is something I have a tendency to forget.
It has the scrolling to the other end.
Yeah. It's also very, very slippery controls. I don't know if you can tell, but Mario does slide quite a bit here.
Yeah, he's a little slippy boy.
He's very, very slippy, yeah. Not Slippy Toad slippy, but he's slippy. And you want to conserve that POW, by the way. Always go for where the most coins are. Worry about the rest of it after. There we go, I got almost all of them. Test your skill, test your might. Test your might.
Well, you know who, they changed his name to Mario because their landlord was Mario.
Yes.
And one time when they were working on this game, he showed up and was yelling about their rent. And they're like, oh, I know what we'll do.
Who's feeling petty today? Oh crap, I sent him in the other direction. I didn't want to put him in the other direction, I wanted to take him out. Uh-oh.
It takes place in New York because they're like, well, New York has a lot of sewer pipes that would be all over the place, right?
Right. Uh-oh. Krabby got me. I got by a Krabby Patty. Dang, he really does slip all over the place. That was the best, oh, Pink Crab go fast. That was the best technical achievement of Super Mario Brothers, was the fact that they made it so that... I keep getting distracted by the damn Pink Crab. Also, there's fireballs coming at me now. Gotta be wary of those, too. Oh, that's a Luigi fireball.
And the pipes are green because it was an unusual color that they were actually able to do. So they're like, well, that color's not going to come up anywhere else, and we're actually able to do it.
How many iconic things have happened in video games because of the technical limitations of the time? Like, oh, well, the famous Mario pipes are green. Why? Because we didn't have a choice.
It was because they had a handful of things they could do, apparently, and they wanted them to stand out, and it was one of the colors they were actually able to do. So,
I mean, that makes sense, though, right? Like,
because pipes aren't green. Pipes in real life, they're all like black or gray, you know?
Oh, crap, I
They're
forgot
like,
about
well,
Krabby.
we want them to stand out, so...
Yeah. Okay, so we've
done
done it.
What's the color we're not using, but we're actually able to use?
Every one of these games has an A and a B game, so let's do a B game. This is kind of a hard game, though, because there is a lot of slipperiness to the controls, which I don't think people, you wouldn't really understand unless you were actually playing it. But you can feel Mario kind of wants to go everywhere in this game. Like, he wants to slip and slide like this is a friggin' ice-capade. But yeah. So we've played 4 classic games, Dan, and I've got 800 and something on the agenda to play, to have played every NES game that's at least been released in North America. I'm gonna have to start taking a tally of all the games that I've played, because, you know, my memory is very, terrible these days. You got these little fireballs everywhere now.
Fireball.
Oh. Fireball chasing. Alright, Turtle should come out the other pipe, then. There he is.
What are you chasing a fireball with?
What do I chase a fireball with?
Yeah.
I don't.
Damn, you're hardcore.
I don't drink anymore, so... what am I supposed to chase it with? Oh no, I messed up! That's gonna cost me those last 2 coins, all because I slipped trying to make the jump. I can still get one of them. That was... that was a photo finish. So yeah, you don't even get a bonus if you get a couple of coins. They're very, very particular about how you're gonna get your bonus. Oh, I flipped him. That stinks. That's fine.
One of my favorite things is, oh, that's Fireball flavored. Us non-alcoholics call that cinnamon.
That's non-alcoholics. Oh man, that's Jaeger flavored. Licorice? You know that's a thing, right? So we've gotten the Jumpman. Now we've got the Mario. Remember the Super Mario Super Show?
I do. Ah, fuck you, Luigi.
Oh, I watched that clip. Dude, it's like that Who Framed Roger Rabbit clip. You can't convince me he doesn't say that. I know what I heard. I know exactly what I heard. Why'd the crab turn green? Because the super fast end of level crab is pink. Why'd I get a green crab out of that? One advantage is I can hide over here to avoid stuff. They're not messing around with this friggin' fireball, though. They want this fireball to take me down. Yeah, these crabs are actually really hard to defeat. And then, of course, as you know, the enemies just get harder. But I know that they've done a couple of the games where they've actually done a version of this as part of the game, like on the DS or something. And I'm wondering if they changed any of the controls around so it's not so freaking slippery and sloppy. Because if you weren't slipping, I feel like this would be a really fun arcade game. How many times have you played a game where you're like, man, this would be fun if the controls weren't completely broken? Because I've played quite a few of those.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go back here, and we're gonna find the next game in line. This is December 7th, 1983, and it's called Baseball.
Baseball.
That's it. Just baseball. Just baseball. Look, it's even spelled with baseballs. How about that? Select my team. Okay. What team should I be? A, C, D, P, R, or Y? I guess I'll be C.
Oh, that's the worst team.
I also don't know if I'm hitting or pitching. I think I'm pitching. Let's see. Yes, I am pitching. Okay, so that's me on the mound. Got him out. Okay. Where the heck you throwing, boy? No, don't matter. When you play a sports game, Dan, do you like hyper-realism? Do you like fun arcade folly? Or would you prefer a mixture of the two?
That's what I'm going for.
This is the slowest outfielder ever.
Like, in the end, most of the time, I want to go and, like, win a world championship and stuff, so I go for the more realistic game. But you can't talk about, like, how, like, I mean, NBA Jam's fucking fantastic.
Right.
But you're not playing that to put together a team and go win a world title. Kind of.
No, you're just, you're having fun.
That's just to mess around for 20 minutes.
I'm gonna say, you better catch that. It would have been both if you didn't. So I'm noticing I don't really have control of the outfielders.
They move in a general left to right, up
Yeah.
and down as a group.
Basically, yeah. So another thing I'm noticing is that when I try to throw the ball, it's kind of hard to get it to go where I want it to go. Anybody gonna get that, or are we just gonna... Yeah. Okay. So I imagine that this is really the best attempt they could do for such an early game. But you got to appreciate what you're playing, right? Because it's just...
You gotta imagine how ridiculous baseball is.
It actually makes kind of a... See, like right there, I'm not really sure why I threw it backwards. I'm assuming that has something to do with the direction of the D-pad. Also, I haven't figured out a reason to use the B button yet at all. Wait, yes I did. It's to check the guy on base. I think. Yes.
Baseball is crazy, and I think that it was like the first sports game they put out. Like, holy crap. Baseball is such a strange sport. All other sports make some more sense, at least especially in a coding idea, because you're going one way or the other. You defend your direction, you offend the other direction,
Right.
and you try to get an object to the other side. And in baseball, not only does the people with the ball are on defense.
So I'm not even leading off the base. The computer's doing that automatically, and he keeps checking me.
And then you hit the ball, and you have to run at an angle down a direction straight, and then you got to turn at exactly
Yeah.
90 degrees, go to the next, turn at 90 degrees to the next, and then 90 degrees
Do you know how nuts this is that you're actually saying it out loud?
And that makes you actually have to think about it?
Yeah.
It's crazy, and to think that was the first sports game they decided to code.
Was baseball.
Yeah.
But at the same time, of all the games you could have coded, of all the sports you can code, is baseball not one of the easier ones ultimately, other than, like, a racing game? Can you...
I mean, technically, Pong is them trying to do table tennis. Which
Yeah,
then they
that's
also
true.
claimed was also hockey and also...
Right.
And also soccer and also...
Yeah, that's a lot of things for one little game.
They even did it because, like, on the Vectrix, I think it is. It's the one that had its own little TV. They would give you like the little overlays, and you would get an overlay, and it would be like green, like a soccer.
Yeah, I remember that. The what was it? The Magnavox Odyssey had that, or it wasn't even an overlay. The Magnavox Odyssey was just the two little dots on the screen, and then you'd put stuff on there and simulate a game. I mean, you got to use your imagination for back in the day, right? "88 miles per hour." That ball's traveling through time. Do I keep running? No, I stopped. I probably had the power to keep running, but I'm not really sure if that's a thing. I think he tried to hit me. Yeah, he knows he's gonna... Oh, no, it's a home run. So I'm noticing that defense in this game fielding in this game may actually be somewhat broken for such an early game, because it's 5-5 in the first inning. That's a foul ball. My favorite.
Chris and everybody, I have to head out and get ready for Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, you have fun with that. Thank you for joining me on this stream. That was the voice of Dan Peck you heard. You can listen to him on this channel as well, whenever he decides to stream. So if anybody...
And, a bunch of our podcasts.
Yep, like almost all of them. Yeah, so this is an interesting game. I like that I can't also choose, like, just random lefties and righties, and it's just kind of whatever they feel like giving me right now. Jeez, it's the first inning. It's gonna be one of these games. Well, folks, I'm not sure if I'm gonna play an entire 9 innings of this, because this actually isn't really that fun. I appreciate what they're doing. There are much better baseball games to play, so I don't think I have to really kind of stick with this one, but I like what they were going for. I appreciate it. And it's like we were just talking about. Baseball's a lot more complicated than I think people give it credit for. So that actually can be a difficult game to... I do not have control over this guy. I couldn't run to second base. I couldn't go for it. Yeah, very, very limited as to what you can actually do here. Oh, but I'm safe on both. Like, I couldn't even figure out how to throw a ball earlier. I was just hitting buttons and using attempt on the directional pad, and it was still going down the plate, so... What am I doing? Bunting? I don't want to bunt. Can you bunt? Well, that's unfortunate, but... Alright, so... I think you guys got your kind of fill of baseball here. Let's turn that off for a second. Let's head back and look at the next game. Oh boy, Donkey Kong Jr. Math. This came out on December 12th, 1983. Who wants to play a math game? Well, I'm doing this for entertainment purposes, and it's part of my challenge. I want to see if I can get, like, maybe 10 games or so out of this. There we go. Donkey Kong Jr. Math. Gonna educate me? Let's do this. Plus 45. Okay. Let's say 7. Well, 7 plus 7. Did it reset? Oh yeah, I'm stuck with the 7. Okay. So I gotta get to that plus. What I was gonna try to go for was do like a whole equation here. I don't know if it's gonna let me do that though. Or maybe I'm kind of stuck with what I got here. What happens if I do 7 plus 8? Oh, oh, okay. Wait. I get it. Plus 15. Okay. So 15 times 3 is the answer. What's that other Donkey Kong dealie doing right there? Ooh, I knocked him out. I'm assuming there's supposed to be a 2-player element here, and that doesn't seem to be happening. Alright, well, we want 93. Let's go for the easy stuff first. We do not want a divided sign. We're not there yet. So this is... We're learning here, people. We're learning math. 81? We got 81. Oh, the times went all the way over there. Jeez. Alright. Let's add some numbers to this thing. Is there another 9? I don't see another 9. Alright, we'll use an 8. 89. Can we get 4? No? So I guess the whole idea is I'm racing that other little pink dude here, and that's pretty much all it's turning into. Well, this of course is the first educational game on the system. This is very thrilling, by the way. Like, I know I was terrible at Donkey Kong Jr., but this is very, very, very thrilling, let me tell you. Alright, so let's find, what do we want to do here? 7? Is there a 7? There are. They're over there. They're way over there. Doing, like, really basic stuff here. Should I, like, overshoot the number and then try to find some minuses? Do I win after 3 apples? Do I win after 4 apples? Are there harder problems? I don't know. I mean, I genuinely don't know. I'm just kind of making this up as I go along here. So there's your 72. Let's add some to that. I guess because he's not racing me, I guess I'm not really in like a position to have to do too much thinking here. Which is probably why this doesn't really have like a challenge element to it. Let's see what happens when you collect all the apples. Other than killing a pink Donkey Kong Jr. Another one? Alright. That's the other thing, too, is they're giving me such... They're giving me kind of easy numbers to work with. Okay. I don't think I need to play any more of this Donkey Kong Jr. math. I think everybody kind of got the picture on that one. The next game, so that was our 6th game. The next one's called Tennis, and then we have Pinball. Let's play those. Tennis, of course. I'm definitely going to think about Wii Tennis playing this one, which is so much fun. And God, I kind of miss having a working Wii. Let's just do a singles. Definitely level 1, because I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Oh, I hit it in. That's 15 love. Okay. 15-15, okay. This is very simple controls and everything, too. Oh, I actually have to hit it? I actually thought I was doing that automatically. To be honest. To be honest, I thought that was an automatic deal. Yep, he hit it in. He's getting the points. Or, she's getting the points. Can't tell with these old graphics. Who even knows what's happening? It's tennis, folks. Wii Tennis was so much fun, though. I used to play the crap out of Wii Tennis. That was such a freaking blast. Deuces. These are very, very... I mean, that's what the early NES was. It was very, very simple arcade games. Mario is the ref here, in case anybody can't tell. Or the official. I don't know what a tennis official's called. Is that a referee? Is that a thing? Like, they have a name? I have no freaking clue. I don't know tennis. In fact, basically everything that I learned about tennis, I learned from playing it on the Wii. Nope, I hit it in. So that should be a victory for him then, right? Right? What was the fault? Because it didn't bounce. That time it bounced. Okay, the controls are a little more responsive on that one. There we go, he finally got a score here. What the hell does A mean? Ooh, very clever. Going right up to the net there. That's a good way to get me. Ha. You also scurry around really funny, too. This is very reminiscent of, like, an Atari game, because it doesn't have any music. You're just dealing with, like, the sound effects and everything. In fact, Donkey Kong had actual music. Everything else, basically, has just been the sound effects. There's no way he could have missed that. You're not even trying. So I am going to be playing a lot of these NES games sight unseen. So I might have to figure out some of the controls as I'm playing, which I'm sure is going to be really funny for you guys. Okay, so this time we didn't go to that A deal. He just got the point. Again, I don't know how tennis rules work. And nobody's in the comments telling me how tennis rules work. So... I don't know. Oh no, guys. Y'all tell me. Y'all tell me. Double fault. And he got points over that? Now you're just being picky. Whack it. Okay, so I see. If I fault twice, that will actually give him a point. That makes sense. There we go. He totally could have hit that. I think the game is just being like, man, this kid sucks at playing this, game that's older than him. Let's throw him a bone and let the computer do stuff. By the way, these games that are older than me means that they are over 36 years old. That's what's happening right now. Over 36 years old. Think about that. Actually, you know what? Don't think about that. You'll probably be happier. Boop boop. Thanks, Mario. I played an inning of baseball. Do I want to actually see the tennis game through? Well, if I keep messing up, I'll see it through, that's for sure. Yeah, that was in. What was he doing? Came all the way up to the net, and then that did not pan out for him. I always thought one of the best strategies in tennis was to get the harder shots from the back of the court, but maybe that's not the best example here. That's fine, he can beat me. At this point, everybody's going to beat me in these games. So I think what we'll do, we'll set a goal. We'll do the first 10 games for the NES. We'll set that as our goal for tonight. That'll be our first mainstream here. Timing-wise, I've been playing for... what does the stream actually say there? I don't want to, take my eyes off the thing right here and check the stream time. Okay, yeah, for almost an hour. So yeah, we'll get to the goal where I wanna get to here. And I'm gonna start making the list of games, so I don't duplicate any games as we go down the list here. Because like I said, the NES library is huge. I don't think I'm going to go for a lot of the Japanese exclusive games, because unless it's something specific that would be fun to play. I know that there's the Super Senpai games or Sentai games or whatever they were called that were actually Power Ranger based. And you can only play those in Japan because Power Rangers wasn't a thing when the NES came out. So that would actually be kind of cool. I might check some of that stuff out. Like Super Back to the Future 2 on Super Nintendo. That's something I would definitely consider doing a whole deal for. You may not be able to read the text unless I can find a ROM hack that translates everything. Actually, probably wouldn't be that hard to find that. Some of the other stuff I want to play. I have a list of my favorite video games of all time. Not going to reveal them all, but some of the more modern games I want to do streams for will include stuff like Grand Theft Auto, Portal, Animal Crossing. If I can get some Among Us sessions going again, I'm going to be streaming those on here. So, and then I have to look into if our... we have enough patronage that I can probably afford to stream this on the page. I will probably do that. But I just want to quickly plug that we do have a patron page and we'll do bonus content on there for. And patrons, if any of you guys are watching this, and I think most of you subscribe to the page and are following it, but if you guys want to put in an official game request, all patron requests can and will be honored as long as I can get access to the game. So, if you request something modern that's going to require me to spend money on it, you got to give me some time to actually get it. I can't just do that, around the corner kind of deal. But if you request something that I've got on my Raspberry Pi, where I've got these full classic game libraries, yeah, I should have absolutely no problem whatsoever doing games like that for you guys. So, just as an example, obviously I'm doing NES games, so if you came to me tomorrow and were like, I want Super Mario Brothers 3, well, my plan for that would be to play Mario 3 with the other classic Mario games. but I would just make that the next stream. Like, I don't have to play these NES games in order. And I want to theme them, too. So if you want to have an idea... I'm going to regret saying this out loud because I know somebody's going to immediately put in a request. But if you want to have me start playing a slew of the LJN movie-based games that were so infamously horrible on this system, you can put that request in and I will go for it. And I can make that like the next stream. Now, the Super Nintendo games are going to be a little more challenging. That one, I want to make sure I do the entire North American library, and I'm pretty insistent on playing those in order. So obviously the first one there would be Super Mario World, and I'm gonna do two versions of it. I'm gonna do the initial play to tally off that I've played the game, right? And then if the game is really fun, like a Super Mario World, Zelda, Link to the Past, Kirby Superstar, Super Metroid, the really fun classic games, what I'm gonna do with those is actually do full streams, but I'll vary those up. So like, okay, we played a little Link to the Past. I've already done a couple streams on that before I actually made this page. And that would more be like, okay, well, I'm playing Link to the Past, blah, 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 but tomorrow I'm going to play Star Fox, and then I will return to Link to the Past at another time. So... every time we get to this part of the game when I'm serving here, I gotta find the sweet spot of serving. There we go. That one went in. Some of these sound effects have been recycled in some of these games too, which is pretty cool. So if you want to do like the NES classic, I could do one where I do like Pac-Man and Space Invaders and Asteroids all together. The classic arcade games that got ported. That's a nice easy one to do too. Whoever is watching right now, you guys could say hi in the comments, whether you're watching on YouTube or on Twitch. Say hi. I think after this, after I fail this one, I think we're gonna. Yeah, Jesus, I'm not even hitting it anymore. I think after this, we're gonna turn this off and play another game because, like I said, I want to try to get a decent amount of games in here, and this is actually getting slightly repetitive. So we'll call this sudden death. If he beats me, he beats me. Nah, he's gonna beat me. If I'm gonna keep faulting, he's gonna beat me. It also doesn't let me choose which direction I want to face when I hit the ball. But that is what it is. You know what? We're just going to call it. He beat me. We'll call it there. That's tennis. Next game is pinball. I'm going to play some classic pinball. There have been some great pinball games released on the NES. Or not. I shouldn't even say the NES, just in general. Kirby's Pinball Land and Pokemon Pinball on Game Boy were so much fun. But I'd much rather play a real pinball machine. Alright, so here we go. This is the NES pinball machine. There's some seals and some penguins in here. It's the twofer, right? Where you can it's gonna be a royal flush if I get all the cards. It's got the 2 levels. I didn't even realize that. I wasn't paying attention. Alright. You know, for a pretty simple little pinball game, they seem to have gotten everything, they seem to have hit all the marks on this. There's eggs. There's always a gimmick, right? Now you're hatching eggs. See if I can actually keep it up here this time. Nope. Hit that stupid little thing right there. I'd rather do the ace of spades. There we go. I got some little bumpers to help me out here. This is similar to the Pokemon Pinball and the Kirby Pinball Land games that I own on Game Boy. Still own them, by the way. My Game Boy Advance that I used to have no longer exists. The battery blew up in it and absolutely destroyed it. So I still have a Game Boy Color, but that thing is scratched to hell. Scratched to hell. How do I launch this thing? Start button? Oh, okay. So A is also to launch the ball. I thought it was doing it automatically. Which is why I wasn't really thinking about it. Wonder what happens if I get... Just like a real pinball machine, I don't actually know what happens if I get everything, because I never make it that far. Because even in real pinball machines, it's really hard to just lose your ball like that. Let's try a B game on pinball. One of my paddles is stuck? So this, it looks like the ball just moves faster, as far as I can tell. But that actually might not be the worst thing in the world. That might be a little easier to manage here. So that's what that stupid thing is for. It's for mixing up the numbers. Oh, there was a flash there. Well, I got the ace. And I know that there are ways to strategize in pinball to get the ball to go where you want. But anytime I've ever played a pinball machine, I'm doing exactly what I'm doing right here. I'm literally just hitting the ball and hoping for the best. I am well aware that there's actual strategy to pinball, but I just like playing pinball machines because they're fun, they're colorful, so much stuff happens, there's a lot of moving parts to them. I would love to have one in my house, a nice old-fashioned pinball machine, but the ones that I've seen that I would, if I'm actually going to spend money and have a pinball machine at home, the ones that I've seen that I would probably go for here would be one of those ones with the digital stuff. Like, yeah, it doesn't have all the working parts and everything, but I imagine if anything goes wrong on your pinball machine, that's going to cost an arm and a leg to fix. And if you get the digital one, yeah, it's not the same thing, but if something goes wrong, it might be as simple as just resetting the computer here. Yeah, that's kind of fun for a simple little pinball game. I kind of dig that. All right, so we've done Donkey Kong, Donkey Kong Jr., Popeye, Mario Brothers, Baseball, Donkey Kong Jr., MASH would have been fun. Tennis, pinball. Let's do some Wild Gunman and some Duck Hunt, because in the game after that is golf, and I want to dedicate more time to playing the classic NES golf game as a separate stream. So let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, Wild Gunman and Duck Hunt will be the last two games. These are Light Zapper games. I'm actually going to put the controller down now because I don't need this. Now, if I remember correctly, Wild Gunman, there was a side scroller, and then one where you just shot stuff. Let's do one outlaw. Where is he? Where is he? Wait for him to draw. Nope, I fouled. You gotta wait for him to draw. You can't just shoot him when he shows up. That's not fair. This guy looks kind of nervous. Ooh, I shot his pants down. That's awkward. Yeah, I feel you, buddy. That's a little awkward there, pal. I'm kind of sorry. Look at this dude. This guy shot his hat off. He's bald. That's why he wears the hat. These guys are in Smash Brothers too, the Wild Gunman characters. They actually have the Duck Hunt level. It takes place on the Duck Hunt stage. That guy I actually shot. I actually killed the guy with the sombrero. This game is racist. This game is really racist. Look at this guy. Killed him too. Okay, so we went from the silliness. Now I'm just flat out murdering people. Now, here's this guy again. I guess like Duck Hunt, it's just going to be a repeat till game over. Which is fine, I don't mind that. But Duck Hunt's a little more fun. It's a little more of a challenge. This is just, when I say fire, you fire. But they're always in the same location, so it's not, I'm not firing around anywhere. But these are the early Light Zapper games, so I have no issue with this. We'll get our 10-game quota in. Wonder if I should actually let them shoot me one time, just to see what happens. It'll probably happen. I'm sure they're gonna keep getting faster. That time I shot him in the crotch. Now I'm just being mean. I'm just being mean now. This is not okay. These things are not okay. What kind of stinks about the Light Zapper games is that on your Raspberry Pi you can't play them because you need the Light Zapper gun and the ability to do that, and so you can't really do it because the technology isn't really there. So I am keyboarding and mouse this, which is kind of fun, but for a game like this would have been better with a light blaster, Light Zappa. Of course, then I could just fire it at the lamp here on my desk and have no issue. A $5,000 reward. I'm killing a lot of guys here, getting a lot of money out of this. Characters just keep repeating too. I guess there's only X amount you can do for a classic game like this. And they're getting faster. I'm figuring that the time up there, I'm hitting at a 0.4. He was hitting at a 0.5. So, 1/10 of a second left, he would have had me. So they're going to get me eventually. Oh, it tells you? I'm just noticing that now. Yeah, it tells you what he's going to shoot at. So you do have to really quick draw some of these. So it's going to be 60th of a second. Ooh, they tricked me with that one. They did the thing where the music kicked in and then it wasn't... He didn't say fire when you thought he was going to. There we go. Now they're getting a little trickier here. Okay. That's good. I can deal with that. Ah, they're getting faster. What was a 0.07 difference there? They're gonna get me eventually. If they don't and I get like 20 of them, I'll switch to Duck Hunt. Let's just see. Nope, got him. Yeah, because I'm at 17 wins. Or I think I am gonna let him intentionally shoot me just to see what happens. Let's get 20 wins under the belt, and then we'll do an intentional let him shoot. I'll wait for one of the cool looking ones to show up, and then I'll let him shoot me. Baldy boy over here is not gonna be the one, and the creeper guy that comes in sideways, not him either. Like, I'd let this dude shoot me. This guy actually looks like kind of a badass. So give me that 20th win, and then they're gonna blow me away. Blow me away. There we go. Here comes a guy. Yeah, that's the guy that comes in sideways. Not a fan of him. Alright, I got my 20 wins. I'm gonna let the next one shoot me. Or I'm gonna miss. Let's see what happens if you miss. I'll miss, and then I'll just let him shoot me. So let's miss intentionally. What? I intentionally missed, and I still got him? Do you just have to fire it? Alright, I have to pay attention to the flash, because I need to know if I'm just firing at the screen. Yeah, the whole thing turns white. Okay, so you can't miss. It's just about the quick draw. Okay. That makes it a little too easy, I think. Oh, no. You're not going to be the one. Not you. We're shooting you. We'll shoot you. I've already seen what happens if you foul, because I messed that up. See if I'll let the next guy shoot me, maybe. Let's see who shows up. You know what? I'll let Creeper Dude shoot me. It's fine. Go ahead. Ooh, they play the Undertaker music. There you go. Death. And then he sulks off like, ha, you lost. Alright, we're gonna let this guy shoot me, too. I love that digital laugh that they have where the teeth are just the plus signs on the yellow background like Donkey Kong. I always got a big kick out of that because it just looks funny. That's actually not bad, but the real challenge is in actually playing some Duck Hunt here. So let's play some Duck Hunt. Now, Duck Hunt and the Super Mario Brothers 2-pack was, of course, the very first game that I ever owned here. Yeah, one duck is too easy. We'll do 2. This will also move it along a little faster. The Duck Hunt dog is in Smash Brothers now, so you can beat him up for all those times that he messed with you. 2 ducks also moves along a lot faster. And you only can miss the once because you've got the 3 shots. And no matter what color duck it is, will affect when he comes down. Missed, but it doesn't matter. I still got the ducky. And if you guys also notice, I think they are different speeds depending on which duck comes out. So, like, looks like the black and green ducks are the slow ones, then blue, and then I think the magenta ones are the really fast ones. Yeah, there you go. Perfect example, right on time. 2 magenta ones pop out and are flying all over the place. Nope. I gotta let 1 go. The dog doesn't mock you if you still get 1. They get faster really fast on the 2 ducks. That's fine. I don't mind that. And I know you get to the point where you can only miss X amount of ducks. It's the blue line at the bottom. If that catches up to how many ducks you miss, then you're done. I was a little more intentional taking my time on that one. Ah! I took the shot, and he went in the other direction as soon as I shot it. That's a clever duck. There we go, got 2 of those. Now they're trolling me by just sending the dark-ass magenta ones out. Now, can't get the fast one, you at least get the damn duck. You know what? For an 8-bit soundtrack, I have to say that it's actually pretty good dog sound effect there, I think. What do you guys think? I mean, I think it actually sounds pretty good for an 8-bit. Some of the 8-bit voices, though, are terrible, though. Like, I've had the Wheel of Fortune game that has a voice in it. They try to say, Wheel of Fortune, and it just sounds awful. Ah, man. Now he's gonna mock me. It's okay. I still hit my duck quota. The red ducks pass the blue line. That's what you need. That blue one came out like a bat out of hell. I had to waste all 3 shots on him. Ho! Now they're flying. Now we're getting fast ducks. That kind of stinks. I got the good one, and then it was actually the slower one that got me. Was that it? Oh, no. There we go. I know they make modern hunting games. I'm not a big hunter guy, so I don't really play a lot of them. Are there any modern hunting games any of you guys would actually recommend? You can drop them in the comments. Let me know if that would be something that would be worth looking into. Because, I mean, some of these games are kind of fun. I kind of liked doing the GTA 5 hunting missions, even though they were kind of hard. I know you have to do the first one with the deer. It's like right on the side of the road, too. You gotta shoot the deer. I'm like, this is not realistic at all, because you gotta go super deep into the woods to pull that stuff off. See, I'm just on the cusp now. And once I mess this up, we'll do the clay pigeons, and then we'll probably end the stream after that because I've gotten 10 classic NES games in here, which was fun. That's what I kind of want to do. Now, for the next one, I might do some more NES. I might vary it up. I might play some classic Mario or Zelda or something that I'm a really big fan of. Or maybe I'll take a request. Maybe I'll start one of the 3D games like Portal. Now, I've got Portal on Steam, so I can use the controller. Even though I definitely prefer Portal with the controller. That's a lot harder to do the keyboard and mouse on. You know, I got a lot of ducks, so he's got a lot of nerve giving me that attitude here. Now, I remember the clay pigeons are actually pretty hard. As a kid, even with the light blaster, I used to struggle with these. Because you have to kind of get them right away. Now, I've shot clay pigeons with a real 12-gauge shotgun one time. And it was hard. I successfully shot 0 clay pigeons. Now, I was really good at shooting beer cans. Actually, that's not true. They weren't beer cans. They were like soda cans. I was younger. And that was with a .22, which is not a very powerful gun. You can imagine. Like, yeah, you can still hurt somebody with it, but it's not... It's not going to go on, like, super penetration here. Notice I keep missing the first one, so I think I have to just kind of avoid my instincts here and let them get out there before I actually start shooting. Maybe we'll actually be able to get all of them. I know it also depends on what angle they come out at, because if they come out... Like, that one was... Those were pretty linear, so those were pretty easy. The ones that come out at the angle are the ones that'll trick you. Like that second one, that was very arched. That could have been a really annoying shot to make there. But fortunately, it wasn't. Oh, there was a problem with my game. I didn't see my clay pigeons yet. I'm actually not doing pretty badly on this one. I generally would do. I would usually play the ducks a lot and rarely touch the clay pigeons. And then every now and again, you do the little kid curiosity thing where you're like, I haven't played this in a while. Let's play this. Then I'd play it and I would suck. And I'd get really mad. I'd be like, oh yeah, that's why I don't do the clay pigeons. Because it's friggin' hard. Again, fun, but hard. Ooh, missed on that one. Actually thought I had that one lined up pretty well. I love these old 8-bit sound effects so much. They kind of remind me of the sound that Ahmed the Dead Terrorist makes when he... Ooh, missed both of those. Dang. When he does the boom. They're coming out a lot faster now. I'm having less prep time. Which is the point. I'm still 2 up on getting a loss here. But that's not going to last for much longer here. But I'll shoot a couple more clay pigeons. We'll wrap this one up. And then, so I'll go ahead... On Facebook, at the Facebook page, you guys can start putting in requests for some of the games that you might want to see. If you want me to do any of the mock tournaments and stuff like Smash Brothers, the WWE games, things like that. Dan and I have been planning to do Total Extreme Wrestling. That's a simulator where you actually build your own cards. And then we're going to do it like a direct competition against each other, which should be fun. We've already drawn rosters for it, too. If you guys want to see Retromania Wrestling, or Doki Doki Literature Club, or... I do have the classic Star Wars Battlefront. I have to get the controller configured, so I don't have to keyboard and mouse that one. And I believe... I do have... N64 games are not easy to use on an emulation system at all. They're actually very frustrating. They generally don't work well. So I'm gonna, at some point, hook up my N64 and play through my classic library there. I'm trying to collect all of those games. So if you guys have any old N64 games, as long as they still work, you can donate them. If you'd like to sell them, you can offer me a fair price, especially if shipping is involved. I am more than happy to pay for those. using that wonderful patron money that you guys supply us with here. All right, what are we on, round 8? Let's do one more, and then we'll wrap this one up here. But put all that stuff out there for me. I'm gonna start a list. I'll probably keep it on a Word document because I want to alphabetize the games too. Alphabetizing is the easiest way to track what I've played. But I'm gonna put something in the Facebook page too and let you guys know, hey, I've played these games. I probably won't be doing a lot of repeats on stuff unless it's something that I really, really, really like. Just as an example, if I can get like 10 minutes a game here, right? Like that could be easily a 1-hour stream with 6 games. Even if it's a longer game like a Final Fantasy or a Legend of Zelda, I play it for a little bit so that way I've made the note that I've played it. So it's tallied off, right? So, but then if I want to revisit it, or you guys want me to revisit it, I can do that on a later stream. And again, I don't have to do these in order. I'm a little more insistent on the Super Nintendo because it's cool to see how those games evolved. But I also want to keep stuff grouped together. So like if you really want me to play Mario games, I'm probably going to do a whole stream where that's all I do is play Mario games. And then I'll tick them off. But then if you're just like, oh, well, you only played Mario Land 3 for Grassland and Desert Land, I want to see more of the game. Okay, cool. Well, then in that case, I'll load that up and make that a long play type stream here. This is our 10th round here. I could start intentionally missing and letting the game do its thing, but I think I'll just shoot him. There we go. Good. Well, thanks. I thought that was pretty good. Thanks. So I'll wrap this up here, guys. But yeah, let me know what you guys want me to play. Thank you guys for watching, for who did. If you like hearing Dan do commentary and stuff like that, one of the ideas behind some of these streaming shows is I want to get you guys to join me on Discord and chat with me while we're playing. So it's almost like we're having a podcast. We're having that conversation and everything. I think it could be a lot of fun. So thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already followed the Facebook page, please do so, the VideO'Mealy Gaming Emporium. I know that's a very, very long URL there. If you're friends with me, I've probably already invited you to like the page, or just look up VideO'Mealy and you'll find it. That's VIDEO with the apostrophe MEALY. Thank you guys. I'm going to sign off now.